Have you noticed your legs getting a little weaker lately? Maybe stairs feel steeper than they used to, or walking across the grocery store just isn't as easy as it once was. Well, let me say this loud and clear. Your legs might be aging faster than the rest of you, and it's not just a part of getting older. There's something you can do about it, but only if you catch it in time. See, after the age of 65, your body quietly starts changing how it uses and stores nutrients. And if you're not eating the right foods, yes, the right ones, your muscles, especially in your legs, begin to shrink. It doesn't happen overnight, but when it does, suddenly you're less steady on your feet, more tired, and at higher risk for falls. And here's the thing, most people never see it coming until it's already caused real damage. So if you ever felt like you're slowing down or that your legs just don't have the same spring they used to, stick with me, because we're going to talk about what foods can make all the difference, not just to slow down aging your legs, but to help you reverse some of that damage too. In this video, we're going to talk about powerful foods that help you maintain strong, energized legs well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. No complicated diets, no expensive powders or mystery supplements, just real food you can find at your local market. Things you might even already enjoy but didn't realize how vital they are for your legs. Let's start with something simple and yet incredibly powerful. Protein. I know. It's been drilled into our heads for decades, but the truth is, after 65, your body becomes a lot less efficient at using protein you eat. That means even if you're having your usual piece of chicken or an egg in the morning, it might not be enough to keep your muscles healthy. And here's the part no one talks about. You lose muscle faster in your legs than in most other parts of your body. That's because your legs are always supporting your body weight. So when you lose muscle there, it affects everything. Your balance, your mobility, your confidence. You might not even notice it at first. But it starts with things like skipping a walk because your knees ache, or grabbing the railing because stairs feel harder. That's your body giving you a quiet warning. But there's good news. You can slow that process and even regain some of that strength just by making one small change. Prioritize high-quality protein at every meal. And I'm not just talking about steak. Think eggs, lentils, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, even soft, flaky fish like salmon. If you can get around 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, you're giving your muscles what they need to stay strong, especially in your legs. Let me give you a quick example. A retired friend of mine named Carol, who's 72, used to struggle just walking her dog around the block. She wasn't doing anything wrong, really. She ate pretty healthy and stayed active, but her meals were low on protein without her realizing it. Just toast and jam for breakfast, a little soup and crackers for lunch. She added Greek yogurt in the morning, a tuna sandwich at lunch, and started ending her dinner with a scoop of cottage cheese. And I kid you not, within a few weeks, she felt stronger, steadier, and didn't have to take as many breaks on her walks. Now here's something even more surprising. Vitamin D. It's not just about bone health like people always say. This little nutrient actually plays a huge role in muscle function. Without it, even the best diet and exercise won't do as much good. And guess what? After 65, many folks just aren't getting enough, especially if they spend more time indoors. But here's the catch. Vitamin D isn't easy to get from food. That's why it's crucial to include the few rich sources in your diet. Think salmon again, or mackerel, and egg yolks. Some dairy products are fortified with it too, like certain milks and yogurts. If you're not sure you're getting enough, talk to your doctor. A simple blood test can check your levels, and if needed, a basic supplement can go a long way. And while we're talking about food, let's not forget something most people skip: magnesium. Now this one is a quiet hero. Magnesium helps with muscle contraction and relaxation. That means it literally helps your legs move smoothly. And if you've ever felt stiff, crampy, or restless at night, low magnesium could be playing a role. Here's where it gets easy. Magnesium is found in some delicious foods. Think dark leafy greens like spinach, pumpkin seeds, black beans, even dark chocolate. Yes, you heard me right, dark chocolate. Just don't go overboard, of course. You see, the magic isn't in one special superfood or trendy supplement. It's in consistency, feeding your muscles what they need day after day. Because the truth is, if you ignore these nutrients, especially after 65, your legs will weaken faster. That's just how the body works. But if you make a few smart changes, you can turn that around. So now that we've talked about protein, vitamin D, and magnesium, Three power players when it comes to keeping your legs strong. Let's take it one step further and look at something most people completely overlook: your circulation. Now, most people over 65 don't think much about blood flow unless their doctor brings it up. But your legs, they feel it first. Poor circulation means your muscles aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need. And without that constant supply, even the strongest legs will start to feel heavy, stiff, and tired, like trying to move through wet cement. Sound familiar? The tricky part is that circulation problems don't always shout. They whisper. Cold feet at night, tingling toes, leg cramps after walking just a few blocks. That's your body waving a red flag. So how do we fix it without going down a rabbit hole of medications? Start with foods that naturally boost circulation. And no, I'm not talking about anything weird or hard to pronounce. I'm talking about beets. Beets are nature's little circulation boosters. They're full of nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that helps relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. Translation: your muscles, especially your legs, get what they need more efficiently. And here's the fun part. You don't have to eat a whole bowl of beets every day. Even half a cup a few times a week makes a difference. You can roast them, slice them into salads, or even blend them into a smoothie. Add a little apple or orange juice, and boom, you got a delicious leg-loving drink. And if you're not a fan of beets, try pomegranates. Same idea, packed with antioxidants that help improve blood vessel function. And let's be honest, a little splash of pomegranate juice over ice on a warm day feels like a treat, but your legs will thank you. Now, let's talk about something a bit unusual: collagen. People usually think of collagen as a skin thing, wrinkles, sagging, all that, but collagen is a major part of your connective tissue, including the ligaments and tendons that keep your legs moving smoothly. As you age, your body makes less of it, which can lead to achy joints, stiff knees, and that awful creaking sound when you get up from your chair. Here's the twist. Your body can't make good quality collagen unless you're getting the right building blocks through food. That includes things like vitamin C, zinc, and, surprise, bone broth. Yep, the old-fashioned stuff. Simmered bones, herbs, and vegetables, slow cooked into a nourishing broth. It's not just cozy and comforting, it's functional. That warm cup can actually help your legs move better over time. And if you're not into making it from scratch, plenty of stores carry pre-made versions now. Just check the label for added salt or preservatives. Less is more. Here's something else people forget: hydration. I know it sounds too simple, but the older we get, the easier it is to forget to drink water. Maybe it's because we don't feel as thirsty, but when you're even a little dehydrated, your muscles lose elasticity. That means they're more prone to cramps, tightness, and fatigue. Your joints can feel like they're grinding. It's not fun. So how much should you drink? A good rule of thumb is to aim for around 6 to 8 cups of water a day, depending on your activity level and what else you're eating. And if plain water doesn't excite you, throw in a few slices of lemon, cucumber, or even a sprig of mint. Make it enjoyable. The more you like it, the more you'll do it. It's that simple. Now, while we're feeling our legs from the inside out, let's take a quick moment to talk about something that sneaks up on a lot of people after 65, and that's inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation doesn't cause pain at first, but over time it eats away at your strength. It stiffens your joints. It weakens your muscles, and the foods you eat can either feed it or fight it. So what do you want more of? Anti-inflammatory foods like wild-caught salmon, olive oil, blueberries, and walnuts. You don't need a fancy meal plan. Just swap a sugary snack for a handful of nuts. Try using olive oil instead of butter when cooking. Throw some berries into your morning oatmeal. Every small change adds up. I knew a gentleman named Frank, 79 years old, sharp as a tack, but always complaining about slow legs, as he called them. He wasn't eating poorly, but his meals were heavy on processed meats and white bread. Just a few weeks after switching to more whole foods, adding a little salmon, and cutting back on the soda, he said it felt like his legs woke up again. That's how powerful food can be. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. Choosing 1 or 2 good foods every day that serve your body, rather than slow it down. So far, we've talked about protein, vitamin D, magnesium, circulation boosters like beets and pomegranate, and the magic of collagen and hydration. And we just touched on anti-inflammatory foods that help your legs stay loose and strong. But we're not done yet. Not even close. Because next, we're going to dig into something that's just as critical, but so often overlooked. Your gut. I know, it might not be the first thing you think about when it comes to leg strength, but stick with me here, because the connection is stronger than most people realize. Your gut, specifically your gut bacteria, plays a powerful role in how well your body absorbs the nutrients you're eating. And if your gut isn't working well, it doesn't matter how much protein or magnesium you get, you won't get the full benefit. Here's a simple way to picture it. Imagine planting the best seeds in the world, but putting them into dry, rocky soil. No matter how great those seeds are, they won't grow. Same goes for your nutrients. You need a healthy gut to actually make use of the foods you eat. And what helps the gut? Fiber, not just for digestion or keeping things regular, but for feeding the healthy bacteria that run the whole system. Without enough fiber, those good bacteria get weak and the bad ones take over. That can lead to inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, and, you guessed it, faster aging in places like your legs. Now, most people think of fiber and instantly picture bland bran cereal, but there are much more enjoyable options. Think pears, berries, beans, oats, and even popcorn. Yes, plain popcorn can be a great fiber source. The key is variety. Different fibers feed different types of bacteria. So if you can get just a few servings of colorful fruits and vegetables every day, you're doing your gut and your legs a huge favor. Another gut hero that doesn't get enough credit? Fermented foods. Things like plain yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and even miso soup. These foods are full of probiotics, which are the friendly bacteria your gut thrives on. And when your gut is thriving, it's better at helping your body make use of protein, fight off inflammation, and even balance blood sugar. Another big factor when it comes to leg strength and fatigue. Speaking of blood sugar, let's take a quick turn there. Because blood sugar spikes and crashes don't just affect your mood or energy levels. Over time, unstable blood sugar can actually damage blood vessels and nerves, especially in the legs. It's one of the hidden reasons why so many older adults feel tingling, numbness, or pain in their feet and calves. And here's the kicker. You don't have to be diabetic for blood sugar to affect your legs. You could be what doctors call pre-diabetic and not even know it, but your legs will. So one of the smartest things you can do is eat in a way that keeps your blood sugar steady. That means combining foods that slow digestion, like fiber and protein, with carbs. So instead of just toast in the morning, try toast with avocado or an egg. Instead of just a banana, pair it with some peanut butter. Small, simple combinations that can make a huge difference in how your body feels and moves. And don't forget about potassium. This mineral often gets overshadowed by calcium or iron, but it plays a major role in leg health. It helps regulate muscle contractions, fluid balance, and nerve signals. Without enough potassium, your legs may feel weak, crampy, or unsteady. Bananas are the go-to, sure, but they're not the only source. Sweet potatoes, spinach, beans, and even coconut water are packed with potassium. And unlike bananas, they won't spike your blood sugars quickly. A small baked sweet potato with your dinner, or a cup of white beans in a soup. Easy and powerful. Let me tell you about Janet, one of my favorite people. She's 81, sharp, funny, and as stubborn as they come. She used to believe that whatever happened to her body at her age was just inevitable. Her legs were giving her trouble. She wasn't walking as far, and she'd get these awful cramps in the night. But after she started adding more fiber, more potassium, and cut back on the sweets and processed foods, she called me up and said, "I just did 2 laps around the block, and I didn't need to sit down once." That's what I want for you. Not just to move, but to feel good while you move. To not fear the stairs or the long grocery store aisles. To not pass up an evening walk because your legs feel like they've already done too much. So far, we've tackled the biggies: protein, vitamin D, magnesium, hydration, circulation, collagen, fiber, probiotics, and blood sugar balance. All of them essential. But there's one more nutrient that ties everything together. One final piece of the puzzle that too many people ignore until it's too late: calcium. Now I know, when people hear calcium, they think bones, and that's true. But here's the deeper truth. Strong legs aren't just about muscle. Your bones are the frame your muscles rely on. If your bones weaken, your muscles can't do their job properly. And if you're not getting enough calcium, your body starts stealing from your bones, quietly, gradually, until one day, your knees ache, your back stiffens, or worse, a simple fall turns into a fracture. It doesn't take much to maintain healthy bones, but it does take consistency. Dairy is a classic source: milk, yogurt, cheese, but it's not the only one. Leafy greens like kale, collard greens, and bok choy are full of calcium. So are almonds, tofu, and canned fish like sardines and salmon. Yes, with the bones, they're soft and edible. And here's something else to remember. Calcium needs help getting into your bones. That's where vitamin D comes in, like we talked about earlier. But magnesium and vitamin K2 also play supporting roles. They work together to ensure calcium goes to the right place. Your bones, not your arteries. A little variety in your meals can cover all these needs. A breakfast with Greek yogurt and berries. A spinach salad at lunch with a bit of olive oil. A dinner with salmon, roasted veggies, and a sprinkle of seeds. You don't need to overhaul your entire kitchen. Just small shifts that, over time, make a world of difference. Now, after going through all this, you might be thinking, that's a lot to remember, and I get it. But here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Think of your body like a garden. You don't have to water it perfectly every day, but you do need sunlight, nourishment, and a little attention. The same goes for your legs. Feed them what they need. Move them, rest them, trust them. Because the moment you start giving your body what it craves, real food, real nutrients, it responds. Your legs carry your entire life. They've walked you through first dates, family gatherings, hospital visits, and vacations. They've stood for hours preparing meals, and they've rushed to open doors for loved ones. And they deserve to be strong and supported, even now, especially now. So if you felt unsteady, tired, or like your legs just aren't what they used to be, don't shrug it off. Don't say, I'm just getting older. Say instead, I'm going to fuel my legs like they matter, because they do. Let's quickly reflect on what we've covered, without listing it out like a grocery list. We've talked about the nutrients your legs quietly beg for: the power of protein, the support of vitamin D, the strength from magnesium, the smooth flow of good circulation. We've talked about healing your gut, so your body can absorb all that goodness. We've tackled hydration, inflammation, blood sugar, and calcium, the quiet workhorses keeping your legs moving freely. And even more importantly, we've talked about hope, the kind that says, I can still get stronger, the kind that whispers, it's not too late. Because the truth is, it's not. Not at 65, not at 70, not at 80. You have more power than you think. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried any of these foods before? Have you noticed certain meals or habits make your legs feel better or worse? Let's talk in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else who's going through the same thing. And if you found this helpful, please tap the like button. It helps more people find this information. And hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video, where we'll keep exploring smart, simple ways to stay strong, energized, and independent at every age. You've got this. Truly. Here's to giving your legs the support they've given you for decades. Here's to better meals, stronger steps, and living your best life at any age. Take care of yourself, and don't forget, it's never too late to take the next step forward.